All right, it's cold out there today, and it's gonna make for a perfect video. Today I took my wife's Chevrolet Bolt, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive it until there's no battery left. And I'm gonna show you how far you can drive, how many days you can drive in your daily life, your daily commute, without having to charge the vehicle. Now, it's a little different today because it's the winter. We're here in New Jersey, and today it's about 15 degrees. So it's cold, and it's colder than it's ever been really this entire season. And last year when I made a video about cold temperatures and driving the Bolt, it was really only like in the 30s. So it dropped down pretty low today, which is good. It is Saturday, it's January 30th. So I'm gonna drive it Saturday, Sunday, Monday we have a possible snowstorm. So we'll be driving a little bit of snow hopefully. And then into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm not sure how far I'll go, but we're gonna see how far we can go. Right now, we're gonna take a quick snapshot just of our instrument panel here. You can see we have an average of 191 miles. Right now, we're currently averaging about 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour. I'm gonna clear that out, and we're gonna start from scratch. Here, we'll take a quick shot of our energy details since last full charge, and we'll come back to this later in the video and see exactly where we're at, you know, at the end of this little adventure. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dave B, and if it sounds like I just woke up, it's because I did. I literally woke up a little late. It's 7:50. I meet at the diner with a couple of the guys on Saturday mornings before I go to work. Where do I work, you ask? Well, I work at Schumacher Chevrolet of Livingston. I am a car salesman. I've been selling Chevys for 15 years. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And check it out. We have a dealership life playlist of over 100 videos of what it's like to be a salesman. You know, we got product knowledge videos and all that sort of stuff. You'll also see occasional Bolt videos. This is my wife's car, the 2019 Chevrolet Bolt. I drive currently a 2018 Chevrolet Volt. That's the gas electric combination, and I love it. Fantastic car. It's our second one. So I got a good idea of electric cars and what they're like, and it's gonna be huge in the future. So if you're looking for that sort of information, hit the subscribe button, hang out. We are en route on the highway right now. This is Route 80 East, going from where I live to where I work. It's about a 15-mile drive, and you know, speed limit here is about 65. We're doing about 73. And what I'm gonna do throughout this experiment is I'm gonna drive comfortable. I'm gonna drive like I would normally drive. You know, we're not gonna drive like a lot of people think you have to drive with an electric car, where you have to, like, you know, can't go over 55 miles an hour, and you can't use the heat, and you can't use, you know, any accessories because you're gonna burn through battery. We're gonna drive the car as if we were driving any car. You can see here I have my climate control on set to heat. I have it onto the windshield because all the talking I'm doing was fogging it up, and that will decrease your range a little bit, you know, if you use the climate control a lot. So the goal is to use the heated seats, the heated steering wheel, stuff like that, to keep your body warm, rather than use the climate control, which will use up more battery. So you can kind of cycle it on and off if you feel like you don't need it. Like right now, I'm not fogging up the window anymore because the car's warmed up. I can hit the off button there, turn it off, and you know, again, extend my range a little bit. And you can even see that on our little estimate to the left side here, where now it says 179 miles. When I had the defroster on, it was reading 160. And that meter gives you pretty good estimates. I actually think it's very accurate to what I've experienced in driving this vehicle, as far as what it tells you can do and what you actually end up doing in the long run. Yo.
Hey man, we forgot to tell you to be here at quarter of because of that staff meeting now.
Oh, we have a staff meeting now? Yeah, just get me the, I'll go with the blueberry pancakes.
All right.
And that'll be that.
That's it? Nothing else?
Yeah, I'm like 4 minutes out.
All right, no problem, man.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Bye. That was Dave Freeman. They're already at the diner, so I have to get over there. I'm running slightly late because I guess they changed what time we meet up, which they inadvertently forgot to tell me. But that's actually good for this video because a lot of people think an electric car, you know, does the car have any power? You know, can you drive, like, you keep up with people on the highway and stuff like that? So right now it's pretty empty, and I have to get off this next exit, so I'm gonna move over. But check this out. By the way, that is top speed of the Chevrolet Bolt. It does about 92 miles an hour, and it gets there quick. The car has a lot of power. All right, we're here. We drove 17.2 miles. We averaged 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour. We are at an estimate of 172. I think when we left it was 171. So we're pretty close there. It's like a 19-mile difference, and we are trending a little bit towards the minimum side there with our trending bar. which probably has nothing to do with the fact that we hit a little top speeds along the way. We're back on the road. Just got to drive about 1.5 miles to get to the dealership. So we'll add that on to the 17 miles we've already driven. And then what we're gonna do is we're not gonna plug the car in. Usually when I'm at work, I'd plug it in. We are not gonna do that today. We're just gonna park it on the side and head home later on. Alrighty, we are done for the day. We're going to continue our electric journey by driving first to a local pizzeria by my house and then home, at which point I'll total out exactly where we're at as far as mileage and you know, remaining battery life. I'm not going to film too much on the way home because it's going to be dark and the lighting's probably not good at all. But we did have a good day at work. We sold 2 vehicles. I sold and spotted a brand new 2021 Chevrolet Traverse, and then we sold the brand new 2021 Silverado LTZ, which we are now again sold out of Silverados. When I get home, I'll update you exactly where we're at. Again, I'm doing this drive for comfort, so you know, if I want the heat on, I'm going to put it on. If I drive, you know, the pace of traffic, which is quicker, I'm doing that as well. One last thing, it did warm up to about 31 degrees, so it's not quite as cold as it was in the morning. But again, the cold does affect the battery. That's why I want to do this during this time period, you know, when it's a little colder here in New Jersey, just to kind of show you the range that you could expect to get. Just got to Frank's Pizza, 37.4 miles so far. Our trending bar is lifted up a little bit, so we got about 143 miles on average left. I just pulled up home, and if you look, we are at 39.3 miles driven today at an average of 3 miles per kilowatt hour. Our trending bar kind of centered itself, so we're back to about 142 mile estimate total for the battery, 116 being the minimum, 167 being the max. If you go to our middle screen here, it's 28 degrees, so it's still pretty chilly. And we used 13.6 kilowatt hours driving our 39.4 miles today. Tomorrow we'll see what Sunday brings. If I have to drive around and you know, run any errands or do anything like that, no charging, nothing like that. We're just going to drive it until we cannot drive it basically no more, and see how many days in a row during my daily life we can drive an electric car without having to plug it in. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? We are here on site at Lake Hopatcong State Park in New Jersey. So it is Sunday morning. I took a little ride over to get some bagels, and I said, let me swing over here and just kind of see what's going on. And boy, was I didn't know I was going to be in for such a surprise here. I didn't expect it. So it's very cold out. It's 19 degrees. I mean, I consider that very cold. And we have a ton of ice fishers out there. I did take some cell phone video, which I'll put in right now. This is pretty awesome. You know, it's really cool to see. I never really came over here in the winter, you know, when things were cold like this, where it was frozen. What I'm looking at now, like these cars right here are all lined up. Everybody sort of has like a Tupperware, little Rubbermaid type sled. They put all their gear in it, their buckets, their drills, all that sort of stuff, and they walk out there, they find the spot, drill a hole, and I guess they just start fishing. I wonder how lucky they're getting, if they're actually catching what they want to catch. Another thing they're doing over here, which I didn't anticipate when I pulled in, I saw a whole bunch of like EMS vehicles, you know, police, fire, things like that, rescue Commute rescue vehicles. They're doing water rescue training here right now, and I took some video of that with the cell phone. And this is really cool to see too. I mean, these ladies and gentlemen that are out here are, you know, training to basically risk their lives to save someone in the event they go in the ice and they go underwater. It was pretty cool to see. I kind of stood around and watched them for a little while, just you know, while they were doing their training. And then I came over here just to take some shots of the car. Now I know why they don't plow the majority of the lot, which I think is really awesome, because it makes a perfect runoff area for children that go sledding down these big hills. So they come down these hills, they'll come right into the snow in this lot. And then there's a staircase back there where I climbed up before. They climb right back up and they keep on doing it again. So I think that's pretty cool that the park only plows a portion of the lot. This way, you know, children could have some fun and people can come out here in the snow. Now, today's Sunday. I don't have too many errands to run. As you can see, we did put a couple more miles on the car. We're at 54.4 right now. We're averaging 2.4 miles per kilowatt hour, and we got 103 as far as our estimated range. Now, I've been sitting in the car right now. I got the heat on. I got the heated seats on, the heated steering wheel. You know, it's cold out, so obviously we talked about that earlier about battery range in the cold. You're obviously not going to get as much as you normally would, but we still haven't charged the car. I'm going to go home now. I really don't have much else to do today. It's going to be pretty much a day at home. And then, you know, come tomorrow, we may be sitting on 15 or 20 inches of snow. We really don't know yet, but it'll be a really good experiment and a really good video of how does the Chevrolet Bolt handle in the snow. All right, folks, we just got home. We are now at 63.1 miles driven since our last full charge. We have a 107 mile estimate on the mid-range, 126 left on the max, 87 on the minimum. And again, I am using climate control as needed to be comfortable. I'm driving whatever the pace of traffic is on highways and on roads and things like that. You know, I'm driving it like I would drive a regular car, as if I wasn't concerned about how much range I'm getting. And we're doing all this with temperatures that are, you know, for anywhere from 15 to 20 to yesterday in the evening, it was like 30. So we're pretty much freezing temperatures or below so far with this little test that we're doing, just to kind of show you what you can expect as far as an exact, not an exact number, but an exact a range of what you might not get out of the 238 mile range on a 17 through a 19 Bolt, or the 259 mile range on a 2020 Bolt. You know, a lot of it depends on the three main contributors of driving an electric car: technique, terrain, and temperature. You know, so those three things will affect your battery. So you just got to plan for that ahead, depending on where you're going, how far you're going. You know, for a daily commute like myself, I could have easily plugged the car in last night and topped it off. I can easily plug the car in right now and top it off. You know, so for the most part, driving a electric car or charging an electric car is going to be just as easy as charging your cell phone. You know, if you're on your cell phone all day long on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you drain your battery, you're going to plug it in for a while. You know, if you don't use it as much, maybe you don't plug it in that night. You know, it all depends on what you're going to need it for, you know, going forward in the future. That's pretty much it for now. I really don't have anywhere else to go today that I know of. If I do, I'll add it to the video. But the big thing is going to be tomorrow on day 3 of driving the car without charging it, and the big snowstorm we're supposed to get. So tune in for that.